this listing in one of my favorite towns of Plymouth. It's a vineyard owned by Paul and Ruby DeStefano. Can you tell me a little bit about how it all started?
I'd be happy to. In 1983, my wife and I were looking around for ideal vineyard country, and we've always admired the wines from the Shenandoah Valley, which is its own AVA, by the way. And so we found this location, and we were very lucky because we didn't really know what we were going to get. So we looked around for the best clones of Syrah and Voignier that we could find, and it turned out that in about 3-4 years later, we ended up with great wines from these grapes.
Okay, Paul, can you just tell me a little bit, how well have your grapes done from this vineyard?
Well, it's spectacularly. You know, this area was known for Zinfandel, and we broke in as pioneers with Syrah and Voignier, actually. And we've been very fortunate to contract with some of the best wineries up here. And we have scored in every decent wine book that's ever been written. And see, Wine Spectator, Wine Enthusiast, very high 90s all the time for at least the last 31 years, year after year. And we're very proud of what we have here.
Awesome. Okay, Paul, can you talk to me a little bit about your style of farming here at the vineyard?
Yes, what we do is we take great pains in providing the best methods possible to produce the greatest grapes that you could make or grow. And so we employ a vertical trellis which opens the canopy up of the vines. And we use drip irrigation all 7 of our blocks. Our 20 acres is divided up into 7 distinct blocks because they do have their own terroir. You know, they're sloped a little differently. They pick up the air flow a little differently. And we recently installed a brand new pump, a 5 horsepower pump, with new casings, new electrical wiring, and a brand new pressure tank.
Paul, can you talk to me about what makes this particular location so unique?
I sure will. We are in rolling knolls, so that what we do is we pick up specific sunlight and air flows, and the soil is what is known as the Syrah loam series, and it's very high in minerals. It's coarse sandy loam, about 36 inches deep, and then it's underlined by clay, which stores water throughout the growing season. And our climate is definitely Mediterranean, so we get afternoon breezes. It gets a little warm, but that's fine for Spanish and Italian varieties and Rhone varieties. And it's proven to be tremendous for our success.
When I come to Plymouth, I love it. First of all, we love it because there's some great rodeos that come into town.
Oh, yeah.
Second of all, there's 40+ wineries in Amador County. Talk about the thing that I love the most. Absolutely love the grapes in the vineyard. It's beautiful, but I can imagine the most beautiful house up on the top of the hill with all these views. It would be spectacular.
Love to do that. Get up in the morning and be surrounded by my grapes. And
what's it zoned?
It's zoned for a winery.
So you
if
could
you
have
want
a
to build
house
a winery,
or a
not
winery?
not many of these properties around here are zoned for a winery. So that's an important point.
Okay, so we could put our house or a winery up
You could
there.
do the same
Where
thing.
can you get anything
house
like
and
that?
a winery. Yeah.
And I put
Okay.
the tasting room down in the cul-de-sac down there and put a big sign out there.
Doing
Perfect.
And also lemonade at the road.